now request Shri Ashok Saraf, Chairman DSIMS, to declare the Convocation 16 open.
I declare DSIMS Convocation 2016 open.
Thank you, sir. I would now take the opportunity to introduce Shri Ashok Saraf. Shri Ashok M. Saraf is the Managing Director of Sarex Group of Companies, one of the leading manufacturers of chemicals having business interests in India and several other continents. Mr. Saraf is also a director on the board of Balakrishna Industries and Nilkamal Realtors. He is the president and trustee of Rajasthani Sammelan Education Trust, a leading name in the field of education. Under his able leadership, the trust has metamorphosed from a single girls' school to an educational monolith with several educational institutions imparting education to over 15,000 students from KG to PG and having more than 500 staff members. A perfectionist who manages an amazing balance between work, family, and social commitments. It is hard to find him not being engaged in any constructive pursuit. Mr. Ashok Saraf has successfully carved a niche for himself in the field of business and education. He nurtures a dream of setting up a university, and given his uncanny knack and determination, it is certain that his dream will come true. Now, I request Mr. Ashok Saraf to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this fourth convocation of DSIMS. I thank our chief guest, the Honorable Minister Shri Suresh Prabhu, for taking out time and being here with us today for this fourth annual convocation. I thank our guest of honor, Dr. Santrup Mishra, for being here with us, Professor Y.K. Bhushan, Jairaj Bhai Thakkar, donors Balkishanji Lakhotia, Sureshji Pansari, committee members of Rajasthani Sammelan, trustees, managing committee members, parents of our graduating students, and dear students. It is indeed a memorable day for all of you here after completing your graduation to be now conferred upon the diploma and the degrees. DSIMS, Durga Devi Saraf Institute of Management Studies, is a dream project of my father, Mahavir Prasad ji, and this has been set up 5 years ago. We are affiliated to University of Mumbai and are AICTE approved. In a short span of 6 years, DSIMS has won many laurels. It is ranked amongst the first 125 management schools in the country and the 10th best management school in Mumbai by Times of India. We have been ranked by many magazines and have been recognized by many institutions. 5 years, 6 years is a very small period in the life of an institution, and we have many more achievements to get. It is our vision to make DSIMS one of the best management schools in the city of Mumbai and in the country. We have achieved a lot, but we intend to do many things in the future, some of which are international linkages. We already have international linkages with University of East London, Northumbria University, Oxford, and we are talking to many other universities in the Western world for tie-ups. Rajasthani Sammelan, the trust, has been in the forefront of educational activities for the last 60 years. We educate 15,000 children. We have 4 schools, 4 degree colleges, 2 postgraduate institutions. and a sports academy. My message to you students here is, today our nation's greatest wealth is you young population, and you young citizens can play a very important role in the development of our great nation, having received very good education to propel our nation ahead. Our country has produced world-class scientists, engineers, built bridges, dams, factories, and many other things. But yet, we have not been able to fulfill the dreams of our forefathers, our founder fathers, of feeding everyone, of making it a powerful nation. But we look towards you young students to go and make our nation one of the most powerful nations in the times to come. And you can do it only by aiming high, by working very hard, because hard work is something which is in our hands. Intelligence, memory is all God-given. Hard work is something which you can put in, and if you put in hard work, success will be yours. You need to have a burning desire to succeed, a passion to work hard, and never take shortcuts. Time is one of the most useful resource. Do not waste your time, work hard, and I'm sure you will succeed in your life. Thank you, all the best.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughtful words. Now is the most awaited moment for the graduating class. We have with us today an eminent personality, Honorable Railway Minister, Shri Suresh Prabhu. Honorable Shri Suresh Prabhu is a chartered accountant, farmer, social worker, and educationist. During a span over 20 years plus, he has held number of positions in government, NGOs, and public and private sectors. Some of these positions are Chairman of the first Maharashtra State Finance Commission, Member of Lok Sabha, Union Cabinet Minister for Industry, Environment and Forest, Power with additional charge of heavy industries and public enterprise, Chairman, Task Force on Interlinking of Rivers. He is connected with a large number of organizations active in the field of education, art and literature, sports, adult education, theatre and drama. He has served as Treasurer, Confederation of UNESCO. His interests are also in sports and club activities. He is Vice Chairman of Table Tennis Federation of India. He has widely traveled more than 80 countries in Asia Pacific, North America, Africa, Europe, and Latin America. Led 17 delegations to different countries as Union Minister. He is the chairman of the largest cooperative bank in India and connected with 150 NGOs which operate in various fields, associated with many companies in the corporate world. Chairman of Indo-German Parliamentary Forum, Parliamentary Forum on Environment, Parliamentary Maritime Group, and Forum Against Spurious Drugs. He has delivered talks on various subjects across the world and interacted with deans, faculties, and students of universities in India and abroad. Considering the leading chartered accountant, featured among the top 3 Indian leaders of the future in its cover story by the Hong Kong-based Asia Week, September 2000. Ranked second best performing minister in its report by India Today, 27th of August, 2001. Declared the best MP in Lok Sabha by Aaj Tak channel in April 2004. As a Minister of Environment and Forest, Honorable Shri Suresh Prabhu took 500 new initiatives in different areas. He has registered for PhD with Freie University, Berlin. Today, he is holding the prestigious ministry and the Ministry of Railways. Under his leadership, the railways are undergoing a transformation. I request Shri Ashok Saraf to present a bouquet and memento to Honorable Shri Suresh Prabhu.
Good evening, friends. Let me congratulate, first of all, the management of this institute for creating this excellent infrastructure and providing opportunities for students like you to pursue your educational studies, to make a beginning for your career. And therefore, I really wish to congratulate you and all your colleagues for doing such an excellent job. I'm sure all of you must be very proud, because now onwards you become graduates, proud graduates. So you'll get a degree, but make sure that you keep the degree. 20 years later somebody is going to ask for it. I'm very happy that you are passing out at a time when there are paradoxical situations exist in the world. On one hand, it looks like terrific opportunities, tremendous opportunities. On the other hand, the world is full of so much of uncertainty that I don't think any modern world, economic world at least, has seen such uncertainty of this magnitude, in which no one can really fathom what's going to happen in the next few months, few years. And therefore, this is a great time to be entering the business world. Because on one hand, nobody knows what's happening. At the same time, it looks like the opportunities are in abundance. So you can actually make the best of this. When nobody knows, you should have an advantage. Because normally, there was a time when, who was the most powerful man? The powerful man was the man who was holding something with him. Others didn't know. And that's how even our caste system started in India. The holders of knowledge felt that I am holding it so close to my chest, nobody else can know. Even in government, I've seen, you mentioned, that's why I was remembering it. When I was looking at one of the most ambitious projects in India, Interlink your rivers, the most important thing is that I had to go and convince the states. So somebody said, I am not agreeing with you. I said, why? They said, give me some time, let me think about it, why I am not agreeing. So then I used to ask him, is it based on certain information, some data? So he'll call the chief secretary. Chief minister will call the chief secretary. Chief secretary said, yes, it's a very serious problem, we don't agree. I said, any reason? He said, no, there is a lot of reason. I said, can you tell me one? He said, wait, I'll call the water resource secretary. The water resource secretary will come. He'll say the same thing without having anything. Later on, we found out that the state data was stored in the junior-most officer in his cupboard. And he didn't want to share the data with anybody. And that's why even the chief minister was unaware. But he must have whispered in somebody's ear that we must oppose it because it's not good for the state. Point I'm saying is, we felt that holding information is a great knowledge, a great power. And therefore, not sharing it is an exclusive prerogative of yours, and therefore you are having an advantageous position. But when nobody knows what is happening, you have a great advantage, because then you are on the same pedestal as the rest of the world. So this is a great opportunity. The other part is the uncertainty part, which is always there. The life itself is full of uncertainty. I don't want to say it for any other reason, but because I am reading that book, so just playing on my mind. I am reading a book. I keep reading many books at the same time. But one book I am reading is on Genghis Khan's life. It's a fascinating story of a man with nothing. Nothing means he was even born when his mother was stolen by somebody. Anyway, I'm not going to details. But I'm saying because I have to catch a flight. I'm saying is uncertainty is a great opportunity. Because now you are living in a world which is completely not structured. any business you normally do, and to be a successful businessman, you cannot do a business where everything is so well structured. If everything is structured, where is the opportunity? Everything will have the same opportunity. But if there is something which is completely unstructured, there are great opportunities. How do you find them? That's why the entrepreneurship is born. That's why you must start thinking about it, and then only you can really move forward. So we are entering the world at a great, great time. Uncertainty, opportunities, and you are on the same pedestal like rest of the world. Dr. Mishra, who runs a very big business, knows as much as you know. I'm not trying to say because it's such an uncertain world. And therefore, it's a great opportunity for you to actually break this glass ceiling and enter it. Now, what do you do in such a situation is something that depends upon your character. Everybody has the same level playing field, then who succeeds depends upon that person. And the person's character is not the character that you learn in terms of what to do, what not to do. That's of course part of the character. Most importantly, your own personality, which is really reflected in terms of your ability to do something which others fear to do. And therefore, this is the most important thing to do, is to go out and try to seize these opportunities with both your hands. I remember, I keep quoting him, but J. Krishnamurti was one of the greatest philosophers ever born. And he used to say something very interesting. He said the biggest enemy of a human being is he himself. Because your past experiences, who turn into prejudices, prevent you from doing something which otherwise would have done in a normal course. And for example, if a child is sleeping on a bed and he falls, so that is playing on his mind because that's an experience. It doesn't go away. Now every time he sleeps, he cannot sleep properly because he feels he's going to fall. So he is in a situation where he's not enjoying his sleep, he's not at ease with himself. So taking risk, or not even risk, I'm not even using that word risk, but doing something that your own inner mind tells you to do, and you cannot do it, is only because your own personality prevents you from doing it. And that's what the character I was talking about. So great opportunity, great risk, and great possibilities, and that's the time you are becoming graduate. I don't want to be here as an agent of a government to tell you what are the government doing, but I can assure you one thing for sure, that what we are creating is a platform for people like you to come and take advantage of. If you can create a level playing field, you can have a sense in which there are some rules which are set, and those rules are governing a larger behavior of the business and the market. And if you can then go out and work in it, you can really be able to swim against the tide, make it big depending upon your own abilities. And that's what the government is doing. I can tell you one thing, we should have the self-confidence and also have a realization of the reality. Sometimes we don't realize the reality and believe something which is abstract is the reality. And that's why we get confused, like what we are doing in India. The rest of the world has so much confidence in India, but they wonder, we have so much confidence, but why you people don't have confidence in yourself? And that is why we should try to understand, we like it or not, we are going to be a second largest economy of the world, and not in distant future, in a very short possible time. Now, how far we are reach it depends upon you. I'm not putting the entire burden on you to say you do it. I am saying it's something, an Indian model of development, Indian model of growth is based on entrepreneurship, is based on private sector participation. Unlike in China, how much economy will grow, they can decide 3 years in advance. Their economy will grow from now till 3 years at this rate. Of course, that also is now challenged. But they could have decided that because it was all state driven. And what is India's success story? India's success story is Ashok Saraf and company. All of you are entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship drives the economic growth in India. And therefore, we really need this growth to be driven by people like you, who are managers, But if you continue to be managers, thinking that, I am the manager, so let me look at my senior, what he tells me I will do, because then, I have a possibility of getting a promotion. So then, you probably will get promotion, but you will never succeed in life. And therefore, to succeed, you must know what you want, and that is what is going to drive the entire process. If you think others are going to tell you what you want, you are finished, whether it's your parent or your brother or sister, whoever he is. So therefore, knowing yourself is the most important thing. Again, I don't want to talk about it, but our great author, Paulo Coelho, he says, pursue your dreams. And I really believe that you do it, you follow your dreams, you know what you want to do, and then you will find one day that all the other people who are calling you fools are left far behind, only watching you, and maybe they have become now experts analyzing it. Like Sachin Tendulkar started playing, there must be commentators saying, that hook that he makes is not right. That square drive he makes is not right. Then somebody asked that great commentator, how did you do it? He said, I never played cricket, how can I know? So my job is to comment. I am a critic. So in India, there is no dearth of critics. They can tell you everything, how it should have been done. You tell him, why don't you do it? He says, I don't know how to do it. How can I do it? So this is what the others will do. But you must pursue your own goals. Pursue it. Make it really great, because you must believe in something you do and then pursue it vigorously. That's what success will bring it to. And I am very sure you are in the right country, at the right time, under the right government. And I really offer you all my best wishes. Looking forward to you succeeding. And as I said, nowadays what is more important is not getting degree, but proving that you have it. So we'll have to prove it over a period of time. Thank you very much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very proud to present to you the graduating students of PGDM 2014-16. I would call upon Chauhan Nirav Sanjay to receive the diploma certificate from Honorable Sri Suresh Prabhu, and Ms. Sneha Mistry Mansukh Lal. So Chauhan Nirav Sanjay, many congratulations. And Mistry Sneha Mansukh Lal. Congratulations on your achievement.
Honorable Shri Suresh Prabhuji may need to leave for his other commitments. I request everyone to rise when he leaves.
Respected Chief Guest, Sri Suresh Prabhuji, respected Guest of Honor, Dr. Sandrupt Mishraji, our Chairman, Sri Ashok Sarafji, our Honorary Secretary, Sri Kailash Kejriwalji, our beloved trustees, my faculty and colleagues, invited dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, our graduating alumni. It gives me great pleasure to deliver this fourth Convocation Director Report of DSIMS. We are happy to confer 123 degrees and diplomas to MMS, PGDM, and part-time students. Let me present some academic and non-academic milestones of this year. I will touch upon the following areas of our focus: industry-institute partnership, international collaborations, events, placements, and awards and accolades. Industry-institute partnership. To bridge the gap between the industry and academia, we have created a cell known as Industry Institute Partnership Cell. The cell was well recognized by All India Institute of Technical Education. Under this cell, students visited Bombay Stock Exchange, Mumbai Port Trust, manufacturing divisions of Bisleri, Raymond's, Mahindra Limited, warehouses of SK and Agility Logistics, Future Supply Chain, and many more. International collaborations. We have joined hands with University of East London, ESCA Management School, Northumbria University of Newcastle, Oxford Graduate School UK as a part of our international collaboration initiative. These collaborations enable our students and faculty to visit different institutions of international repute. International immersion is a compulsory course requirement for PGDM students. This year, our students visited Germany, Switzerland, Hong Kong, and Macau. We had 8 renowned professors in our campus from Northumbria University, UK, Cornerstone University, USA, Oxford Graduate School, UK, City University of New York, Northeastern University of Boston. Events. We held 32 events across various specializations. We organized domain-based specific annual Pan-India conclaves, international conferences under the aegis of Remsen Center for Management Research. Apart from these annual events, we regularly organize institutional events under special banners like Thought Leadership Forum and Meet the Celebrity. We hosted HR convention with Bombay Management Association this year. We also hosted annual convention jointly with Higher Education Forum to recognize our faculty members and educational institutions and other faculty members of different institutions. Placements. I'm very happy to report about 240 companies have accepted to consider DSIMS students to recruit for their organizations. Some of the star performers of the current batch are Sneha Mistry, Deutsche Bank, Meenu Rati, Natasha Natkar, CMIE, Anuj Agarwal, CRISIL, Philance D'Souza, Lupin, Radha Gupta, Priyanka Mishra, Shruti Gupta, Capgemini, Ankita Naik, Axis Bank, Natasha Yadav and Stephen Patrick, ICICI Bank, Pratyush Sangvi, Standard & Poor, Nirav Chauhan, Integrion, and others in Reliance Digital, Amagi, Reliance Money, KPMG, and many more. Awards and accolades. Professor Sarika Jain and Professor Amal Rai have been felicitated with Devang Mehta Business School Award under the Best Faculty category. Another proud moment for DSIMS is that our student, Ms. Sonal Lohia, was awarded the Best Management Student Award by Bombay Management Association for the year 2014 and 16. With the constant support of our chairman, Sri Ashokji, members of the Governing Council, and the Director General, and my faculty colleagues, we have achieved the following awards and accolades. The national newspaper, Times of India, has recently ranked DSIMS in the top 125 business schools in India. In Mumbai, we are ranked well within top 10 B schools. Business World put us in 105th position in All India ranking among the top private B schools. Career 360 magazine brought us within the category of AA++ in their business survey. Leading magazine Business Today gave us 87 points out of 100 in the parameter of future orientation. We are trying very hard. The best is yet to come. I take this opportunity to congratulate every fortunate and lucky graduate who are going to receive degrees and diplomas from the distinguished luminaries here. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Babu. Today, we are privileged to have with us Dr. Santrup Mishra as the Chief Guest of Honor. Dr. Mishra has over 28 years of professional experience in global business, research, and organizational development. Under his leadership as the Director HR, the group has developed a strong employer brand and has acquired laurels as the best employer of India and a great place for leaders to work in 2007. Among the many awards, fellowships bestowed on Dr. Mishra over the past decade, a few prominent ones are mentioned below. Fellow of the National Academy of Human Resources, USA. The HRD Excellence Award for the National HRD Network. The All India Management Association admitted Dr. Mishra as the IMA Fellow. The National Institute of Personnel Management conferred on him the NIPM Ratna Award. Ravi J. Mathai National Fellow Award by the Association of Indian Management Schools. Global Leader of the Year at the CEO India Awards 2014. He is an Eisenhower Fellow, Aston Business School Fellow, an IMA Fellow, and a Commonwealth Scholar. Dr. Santrup Mishra is CEO, Carbon Black Business and Director, Group Human Resources of the Aditya Birla Group. He is on the advisory board of the Association of Executive Search Consultants, USA. Was appointed as member of the SHRM Certification Commission in 2014 for a period of 3 years and is on the board of Xavier's Institute of Management, Bhubaneswar, India. Sir, I appreciate the flexibility that you have shown today. This is one of the greatest traits of a leader which you are. Thank you, sir. I now invite you to share your thoughts. Before that, I would like to call upon for the bouquet and the memento. I request Mr. Ashok Saraf to please hand over the bouquet. I also request Mr. Kejriwal to please give the memento.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am both very excited and challenged to be with you this evening. I'm excited because I'm able to join your celebration. I'm excited because I'm able to join your graduation. I'm excited that this is my first visit ever to the Durga Devi Saraf Educational Institution. I'm excited about the fact that voluntary contribution and volunteerism of so many people has built such wonderful institutions under the aegis of Rajasthan Sammelan. I'm excited to meet the parents who sacrificed so much to build you what you are today. I'm excited to come to this wonderful, wonderful infant business school. But I'm challenged also that I have to express all my excitement in next 10 minutes. But while I think about that, I'm not daunted by it because I'm inspired by my memory of John F. Kennedy. Because John F. Kennedy's inauguration, if you remember, in the history of American presidential inauguration, perhaps, was one of the shortest speeches ever, exactly 15 minutes. An average American president's inaugural speech is about 2,300 words. And John F. Kennedy's inaugural speech was exactly 1,355 words. And he called his speechwriter Sorensen and told him that I need a speech for no more than 15 minutes because I do not want people to think I'm a windbag. I'm inspired by that. And I'm also equally inspired by the fact that Einstein said that if you cannot explain something simply enough, means that you haven't understood it well enough. So having said that, I have been to many convocations in my life in the past, and I've always wondered, why is it that in a convocation, I've not just wondered, I've deeply reflected, I've kind of philosophized, analyzed, and done all kinds of things to wonder, why in a convocation is anybody invited to give a speech? And having deeply thought about that, I've come to one single conclusion. empirically proven, perhaps philosophically, with analytical rigor, I can say that a speech by an invited speaker at a convocation is a considered conspiracy by the faculty members to make students sit through one last boring lecture. Because I see no point in why, when I'm graduating and there is a dinner laid out and everything, why should I sit and listen to a speech? But having said that, I'm most grateful, Mr. Saraf, to the trustees, organizers of this great, great institution for having invited me. I congratulate all the students here for your hard work, for your degree and everything else. And it's always a challenge also in a convocation when people have done everything, they got a degree, and the convocation speakers come to give you an advice, a perspective, a reflection. So I was wondering what exactly should I tell you, and I thought as I was driving to your institution through the traffic, I should tell you 5 things. Why 5? I have no logic as to why 5. I can tell you 15, perhaps my 10 minutes keeps me to 5. So call it a reflection, call it a thought, call it an advice. I have 5 items. My first one is, no matter how good the advice, take no advice, follow your heart. I think the heart is perhaps the first God-created institution or instrument that has a built-in GPS and a map of its own. And not only this heart works in love affairs, but the heart works in every other situation. And if you follow your heart, you reach where you want to go. Steve Jobs, many of you would have read his famous speech to Stanford students, mentioned that it is a waste of your life if you try to live life of somebody else. God created each one of us unique. God created each one of you unique. And there's a unique path. There's a unique destination. There's a unique way that is awaiting for you. It is for you to discover, explore, and find that way to go forward. A lot of us keep on chasing something called success. And nobody knows what that success looks like, where is it available, in what form it comes. But we all are seeming to be chasing success. And people often debate, philosophize, analyze, and discuss what exactly success is. To my mind, success is not a destination. Many of us define success being drawing 10-figure salary, success being managing director below 35, success being the CEO of the biggest corporation in the world, success being this or that, all often defined in destination terms. But to me, success is not where you are, but success is how far you traveled from where you started. If you remember, 2 of us in destination terms can be at the same place. Both of us can be CEOs of 2 exactly similar sized companies. But one of you came from a family that was very rich, had the best of the education, went to the best of the colleges and schools, and neither of you studied under the street lamp, perhaps did not have the best of education, best of resources, yet you reached the same place as the other guy did. But the 2 successes are not the same because it is always relative, and one person traveled much further than the other person where you from started. So my urge to you would be that advice is a good thing. And most people in India particularly, we give abundance of advice. That's because it's all free. And anything free is usually useless. So I would like to say that take the advice, listen to it, but follow your heart. Because not listening is not a good thing, because that's the voice of experience, sometimes comes as an advice, but do follow your heart. If you see Jamsetji Tata building Tata Steel, if late Ghanshyam Das Birla built BITS Pilani, I don't think they did it through spreadsheets and analytics and advice. They did through their unique desire to follow their heart. So that's my first thought and perspective and reflection to you. My second one is, be more inspired than informed. Today in the Google world, we are more informed than inspired. I think we try to kind of gather as much of inspiration, as much of information, there's no shortage of it. But there is a tremendous amount of shortage of inspiration. And try to get that inspiration from anywhere, from anybody you get. And I believe each one of us around this hall, outside, any individual can be a source of inspiration. Let me give you a short example. Many years ago, I used to live in Colaba. And in Colaba, there is a fish market. And I come from Odisha, eastern part of India. I am a fish eater. I know I'm in the Rajasthan Mandal. Many people are vegetarians. Please don't be offended. I don't want to get into a beef versus fish controversy here. Actually, for a moment, if I may depart, Minister Prabhu, was very right. Because today we are in an economy which is called buy one, get one free. And Minister talked about uncertainty. The uncertainty was so much that you got two, but you are left with one. So instead of buying one and getting one free, you are left with one. So that's the level of uncertainty that is always there in life. So coming back to my story about Colaba fish market, I used to go, and I used to be more popular in the fish market than in my own company, because I never used to negotiate too much about price, used to buy a reasonable quantity of fish and paid them the money. And one day, as I was standing there talking to this lady who was sitting on the ground and cleaning the fish, she happened to mumble something. And I thought I didn't hear very clearly what she said. So I asked her, could you repeat what you said? And we were talking obviously in Hindi. And she said again the same sentence, and I couldn't properly catch it. On the third repetition, I realized that she's telling me that she had been to the US. So for a moment I was a little stumped, so I asked her, where exactly did you go in the US? She said, I went to Niagara Falls, I went to St. Louis, I went to New York, I went to 5-7 cities, couple of cities she went to that I haven't also visited. So I was a little surprised. I asked her, how did you go to the US? She said, my son, who is a software engineer, works for XYZ company, named a very well-known software company, and he decided that my parents have worked so hard and sent us tickets. Me and my husband went, and I asked her, whether she ate salmon. She said, yes, she ate salmon, but it's not like ours, and all of that conversation we had. But that day, after that experience came back, I felt inspired that here was a lady whose son is now working in a software company in the US, perhaps has no need financially to be sitting there in that dark, dingy, crowded, smelly, hot fish market to be selling fish. But she believes in self-reliance and dignity of labor and the community feeling to be amongst her own brethren selling fish, or the sisterhood that she belongs to. And that was inspiration for me. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to say is that inspiration can come from anywhere. And you need to look for that inspiration to follow your heart to make things happen. The third thing I would like to leave you with is please, please, please create a mindset of abundance. Unfortunately, today in the world, in India, perhaps in Maharashtra, in Mumbai, and everywhere in our lives, there's too much of cynicism. We say we have no ports, we have no railways, we have no roads, we don't have this, we don't have that, but we never talk about what we have. India is a country rich with literature, history, heritage, culture, poetry, creativity, bravery, sportsmanship, community spirit that is displayed in this institution. We never talk about it, look at it. We are becoming a prisoner of a scarcity mindset, all the time thinking about what we do not have rather than what we have. And therefore I find graduates, when they come out of institutions into companies like mine, they're all the time chasing promotions, increments, and things of that kind, rather than saying, I am with a great employer, I'm doing a great job, it's an exciting work, I'm in an act of creativity, I'm creating something. Now, one of the biggest challenges for us in the world today, and perhaps in India as well, is how do we break free from this mindset of scarcity, nothingness, that there is nothing, to come back to ask and count the blessings, the wonderful things that are there around us, so that we create a mindset of abundance. And anybody who creates a mindset of abundance can always see the richness in other people, richness in other institutions, richness in others' literature, actions, perspective, and everything. The source of conflict today in the world and society is because we do not see the abundance and richness of alternative perspectives, thoughts. Therefore, as graduating students, you have learned a lot of things from your faculty, from your teachers, and people around you. But please, please, please learn to build that mindset of abundance that is purely within your control. No faculty can teach you, because either you learn to only look at scarcity, or you say, I am rich, I am blessed. My father always told me, and that's been of a great help to me, and I will share that with you. He always told me that whenever you think you are very successful, you are a great guy, look in the front, there are hundreds ahead of you in the queue. And whenever you feel that you are a miserable wretch, you have achieved nothing in life, you are a failure, look back, there are millions behind you. I think if you think in that perspective, you have a sense of balance all the time. Therefore, create that sense of abundance in your mind. The fourth one is learning to learn. You have a degree. Whether you have a degree, you have to prove you have a degree is a different matter. But degrees have no relevance, they become obsolescent in 5 years' time. So let us not rely on a degree to carry us throughout our life, just because it is a misnomer to believe that a 2-year degree can carry us through 40 years of our professional life. We need to learn how to learn. And you can learn from every event, every situation, every perspective, whether good or bad that you are in. That is an important part. Now, we all learn differently, and there is a tremendous amount to learn from all around us. And the most under-leveraged asset of learning available are our friends, family, people around us. There is so much of learning available around us, but we are never taught how to leverage learning from each other. And therefore, please try and leverage your ecosystem, the natural ecosystem that exists for learning, rather than spending expensive amount of money on further education, going to a second institution, etc. Leverage the ecosystem. Just to stick to the time, I'll leave the last point with you, which is be grateful. There is no one who in life can reach anywhere without being grateful. And you have many reasons to be grateful. There are lots of people around you who have made you successful because of who you are today. Be they your parents, your brothers, sisters, your faculty, teachers, your well-wishers, your friends. None of us, no matter how smart we think we are, ever become anything, ever are anywhere today without the support of other people. And that gratitude can be expressed in many, many fond ways, small ways, and also the biggest way that you can show gratitude to people around you is by giving back to society, which is what here the Durga Devi Trust is doing, many of your donors and colleagues here are doing, and that is perhaps the biggest lesson that you have been created by this institution as a sensitive professional, as a caring professional, as a humane professional. There will be evidence if you learn to find your small ways of giving back. With these words, I congratulate you again and wish you good luck in your life. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate your views and are sure that the students will have to take a lot of things today, especially the points that you have been concentrating on. Be unique, follow your heart, be more inspired than informed, build mindset of abundance, learning to learn, be grateful. Thank you, sir. It is now time for the most awaited moment of a graduating student's life as well as their family. We would like to begin with presentation of certificates to our PGDM students. I request Dr. Mishra and Dr. Kondap to do the honors. I request Professor Kusum Pawar to present the students.
Thank you once again, ma'am, and a very good evening once again to all of you. It's my privilege to announce the presentation of PGDM certificates to PGDM batch 2014-16. Congratulations, this is the time has come that you've been waiting for 2 years. So I would like to begin with calling out the names. Malik Akshay Rajneesh. Mr. Akshat Gosrani. Mr. Ankit Daga. Mr. Atif Kadri. Mr. Chetan Lotankar. Ms. Gauri Vedya. Ms. Jayashree Sanchihar. Ms. Jill Dedia. Ms. Jyotsna Vishwakarma. Ms. Kriti Mewara. Mr. Mahavir Navlakha. Mr. Neeraj Agarwal. Mr. Nimesh Upadhyay. Ms. Payal Goregaonkar. Mr. Philange D'Souza, Miss Pooja Mamidi, Mr. Prateek Baji, Miss Priyanka Kanse, Miss Priyanka Mishra, Miss Ritika Nair, Mr. Ronak Bhatia, Mr. Shashank Goyal, Miss Shraddha Esane, Mr. Shrijesh Prajapati, Miss Shweta Pandey, Mr. Siddhesh Dongale, Mr. Tejas Sawant, Mr. Vinay Dave, Mr. Yash Gupta, Mr. Vishal Sharma, Miss Poonam Shivale, Mr. Suraj Kumar Sukumaran, there are some students who have also passed the examination and have registered for this convocation but have been permitted to remain absent on this occasion. I request you to kindly confer on all of them the respective diplomas. Thank you, sir. And wish you all good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mishra and Dr. Kondap. Thank you, Professor Kusum. We would like to now present the degree certificates to our part-time master's degree students. I request Mr. Ashok Saraf and Dr. C. Babu to do the honors. I request Professor Ravi Banerjee to present part-time master's degree students.
These mics are not listening to me as usual. It's very easy to sit on the other side and relax when people are performing on stage, but when you have to do that, it slightly gives you the jitters. Very good evening to everyone present here. 2 points I would really like to make before I announce the names of students. They are already getting impatient, highly impatient. One, that this is the first batch of the part-time students, so believe me, the first is always special. And from the bottom of my heart and my faculty colleagues, you will always be special to us in the years to come. And second, Kal, Aaj aur Kal. I can see many part-time students having their children with them as well as their parents. So you have 3 generations sitting in the auditorium. So a huge round of applause for the children, for the parents, and of course to the graduating batch of 2012 and 15. And may I now present the students to you. The first one is Amish Doshi. Amit Mukherjee. Santosh Gausalkar. Sandeep Ruprela. Ganesh Acharya. Sajala Moge. She's an accountant with us, so I think all of you sitting in the hall would have encountered with her. Kajal Tavadia. Harshit Sangvi. Amit Veera, Yuvraj Lalotra, Rajesh Pole, Shadab Khan, Samina Cyclewala, Hemant Sharma, Rahul Raurne, Ashok Thakur, Tushar Murukar, Rinku Vishwakarma, Deepshika Rangraj, Preeti Pillai, Ramchandra Yadav, Amit Dubey, Rohit Punwani, Smita Sinha, Smitesh Valanju, and Mukund Kulkarni. With that, we come to an end as far as the part-time master's program 2012-2015 is concerned. Just a piece of advice to all the students sitting here and the MMS students sitting there and the PD students I have just taught very recently. You should like what you do and do what you like. Other things will fall into place. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, and thank you, Dr. Babu. Thank you, Professor Ravi. Now we would like to present the degree certificates to our MMS students. I request Shri Kailash Ji Kejriwal and Dr. Sharat Kumar to do the honors. I request Professor Sharmila Banerjee to kindly present the students.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I feel so proud to present to you the graduating batch of MMS 2013-15. To begin with, Mr. Anish Rajdhar Tiwari, Mr. Akshay Rajendra Jain, Amita Praveen Solanki, Pravesh Kumar B. Sharma, Anand Kishore Chanda, Ankit Satish Pandey, Ankita Devilal Jain, Ashish Purushottam Bohara, Ashlesha Narendra Tiwari, Bibek Prakash Kar, Clifton Joseph Kinney, Darshita Ramesh Singh, Gargi Dilip Kanitkar, Gopal Prakash Verma, Gaurang Mukesh Jain, Harshita Govind Goenka, हेमांगी अनिल मुलाय, हीनल संजय पटेल, कनिका मोहनदास शेट्टी, केतन रमनिक जैन, कोमल मुरली अग्रवाल, कोमल सुभाष सिंह, शिप्रा अशोक बगाड़े, मैथिली शिव कुमार अय्यर, मनशा जितेंद्र विरदी, मोनाली सुनील ओझा, नम्रता महेंद्र चतुर्वेदी, नंदनी सुरेश केजरीवाल, निकिता आशीष निमकर, पल्लवी नवनीत अमेटा, पंकज पदमकु अग्रवाल, पर्व देवेंद्र अग्रवाल, पूजा दिलीप सोमानी, प्राची विजय गुरव, प्रदीश जयप्रकाश नायर, प्रज्ञा राकेश गुप्ता, प्रणव रायसेशा नागरकट्टी, प्रतीक अशोक अग्रवाल, पुनीत भगवान दास छापरिया, राहुल राजेश तिवारी, राखी पूरनमल छंगानी, रनिता आनंद कक्कड़, रीमा विनोद पटेल, रिचा महेंद्र पटेल, रोशनी राजकुमार गुप्ता, सागर ठाकुरबाई पटेल, साहिल मनीष अग्रवाल, सिद्धार्थ नरेंद्र जोशी, स्नेहल ए.के. सिंह, रोहित उपदास, वेरोनिका डोमिनिक गोंसाल्विस, विजय किशन गोपाल जांगीर, विनय सुमति प्रकाश जैन, विनीता शैलेश बजारी, वीरती सत्येन शाह, विशाल संदीप देसाई, Tushar Anil Jain. Subin Varghese. Bhumir Bharat Shah. Ankit Sharad Shah. Rachna Prakash Chirania. I wish all of you a very best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, and thank you, Dr. Sharad Kumar. Thank you, Professor Sharmila. I now request Shri Ashok Saraf to admit the students to the respective degrees and diplomas.
By the authority given to me as chairman of DSIMS, I hereby declare that all of you who are present and those who are permitted to remain absent are admitted to the diplomas and the same are conferred on them.
Thank you, sir, for conferring the diplomas to our students. I request Registrar Mr. R.D. Shetty to kindly bring in the register and get the graduating document duly signed by the chairman of DSIMS. My dear students, today you have received the degrees and diplomas for which you worked so hard. Congratulations to each one of you. You are now our esteemed alumni. We now move on to the awards, which are being awarded to the PGDM class of 14-16, part-time master's degrees 12-15, and MMS class of 13-15 batch. I would request Dr. Santup Mishra and all the dignitaries on the dais to please give away the special awards. I now request Dr. Babu to announce the Academic Excellence Awards, DSIMS Achievers Award, Best Faculty Award, Best Staff and Sub-Staff Award.
Thank you, Dr. Sarita. This gives me great pleasure to announce the names of those awardees. To begin with, the award for topper in PGDM with the highest CGPA for the PGDM batch is awarded to Ms. Sneha Mistry. Now, the award for topper in MMS with the highest CGPA for the MMS batch is awarded to Ms. Asilesha Tiwari. The award for topper in MFM with the highest CGPA for the MFM batch 12-15 is awarded to Mr. Amit Veera. The award for topper in MMM with the highest CGPA for the MMM batch 12-15 is awarded to Ms. Preeti Pillai. The award for topper in MHRDM with the highest CGPA for the MHRDM batch 12-15 is awarded to Mr. Amit Dubey. Now we have some special awards. The award for Student of the Year for the PGDM batch 14-16 is awarded to Mr. Neerav Chauhan. This is awarded for his exceptional performance in academics, sports, and institutional activities. Now we have the award for the Student of the Year for the MMS batch 13-15 is awarded to Mr. Ankit Satish Pandey. This is awarded to Ankit for his exceptional performance in academic, sports, and institutional activities. Now we have Best Employee Award for the year 2015 and 16 that goes to Ms. Rashmi Sawant. This award is presented to Rashmi in appreciation for her commitment and dedication for the smooth functioning of the program. Now, the Best Supporting Staff Award for the year 2015-16 goes to Mr. Prakash Kalgonda. This award goes to Mr. Prakash in appreciation of his loyal and dedicated service. Now, the most awaited award, the Best Faculty Award for the year 15-16 goes to Professor Somesh Banerjee. This award is presented to Professor Somesh Banerjee for his consistently maintaining academic excellence and offering support and guidance for students' placements. Over to Dr. Sarita. Thank you, Dr. Sarita.
Thank you, Dr. Babu. Thank you, Dr. Mishra and the dignitaries. Congratulations to the winners. You deserve every bit of it. Now, I invite Dr. Sharat Kumar to administer the MBA oath. I request all students who have received their diplomas and degrees to rise for the MBA oath.
My dear students, now you are professional managers, and for every profession there has to be some code of conduct. So I will read and you will repeat. As a business leader, I recognize my role in the society. My purpose is to lead people and manage resources. To create value that no single individual can create alone. My decision affects the well-being of individuals inside and outside my enterprise, today and tomorrow. Therefore, I promise that I will manage my enterprise with loyalty and care and will not advance my personal interests. at the expense of my enterprise or society. I will understand and uphold in letter and spirit the laws and contracts governing my conduct and that of my enterprise. I will refrain from corruption, unfair competition, or business practices harmful to the society. I will protect the human rights and dignity of all people affected by my enterprise, and I will oppose discrimination and exploitation. I will protect the right of future generations to advance their standards of living and enjoy a healthy planet. I will report the performance and risks of my enterprise accurately and honestly. I will invest in developing myself and others, helping the management professional continue to advance and create sustainable and inclusive prosperity. In exercising my professional duties, according to these principles, I recognize that my behavior must set an example of integrity, elasticity, trust and esteem from those I serve. I will remain accountable to my peers and to society. My actions and for upholding these standards. This oath is make freely and upon my honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sharat Kumar. Students, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite our valedictorian, Mr. Nirav Chauhan, student of the PGDM batch 1416, to deliver the valedictory address.
Thank you, Sarita ma'am. Respected dignitaries on and off the dais, esteemed faculty and staff members, parents, and my fellow graduating students. Actually, I'm feeling a bit nervous and nostalgic too. I have been on this stage quite a few times, but either before the event or after the event. I feel honored to be given this opportunity to express heartfelt feelings and gratitude on behalf of my entire batch towards this great institute, and will surely make an effort to live up to it. It is usually said that valedictorian speech should be inspiring, full of motivational words. But everyone present in this hall, my batchmates, colleagues, are pretty clear about their future goals and priorities, from which being an MBA graduate was one. So I'm not here to share any inspiring words or gyan, but to share the experience which we lived at DSIMS. We all came to this institute hoping to manage our time a bit better, learn more, enhance our skills, and the institute sir has surely not disappointed us. Learning to manage people is an art which can't be studied theoretically. DSIMS gave us that platform through constant collaboration and interaction with the industry. The most important thing which we studied here that can be considered as learning or experience was the spirit of teamwork. Nothing great can be achieved by working in silos. Teamwork brings patience, discipline, and respect for each other's work with it. The institute provided us with ample opportunities wherein we could relate our theories to real world. Through industry institute conclaves, they motivated us to take initiatives, and through extracurricular events such as Versus 22 Yards, they encouraged us to sharpen our skills and talent. International and rural immersion, which is integral part of our curriculum, helped us understand business building and operations in different geographies and scenarios. All these academic and extracurricular activities which were conducted on this campus helped us to be industry-ready managers from day one when we enter the corporates, and also strengthen the bond among us. The time which we spend together will be cherished all our lives. On a lighter note, playing games during class. Though the lectures used to get over by 1:30, waiting back till 8 p.m. in the campus was fun. I hope the friendship which we have nurtured is just a beginning and there is a lot more ahead to come. We'll truly miss the guidance and the memories. To conclude, I congratulate each one of you and best wishes for future. I would like to end the speech with the code word of PGDM 1416. Valar Mogulis. Thank you.
Thank you, Nirav. It's always good to listen good words at the end, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I invite Shri Sharat Kumar to propose the vote of thanks.
On behalf of DSIMS, I would like to first thank our chief guest, Honorable Sri Suresh Prabhu, who had to leave because of his some busy schedule, but definitely his presence was a very, very unique and very, very useful. I would like to thank our guest of honor, Mr. Dr. Mishra, for gracing this occasion. I extend warm regards and our sincere appreciation for the support and cooperation given by our chairman, Mr. Ashok Saraf, Sri Kejriwal ji, and other office bearers of the trust. I extend my sincere thanks to our Director General, Dr. N.M. Kondap, for his continuous guidance and support at every stage. I would also like to extend my thanks to all our esteemed guests, invitees, parents, and my dear students for being here with us. Your presence has made all the difference. I would also like to compliment the team of Marcom for their support and their such a great show, Mr. Kamal Bhaktani and Mr. Vikas Ahuja. It is my duty to acknowledge the support and guidance provided by our director, Dr. Babu, as well as support extended by chairpersons, Professor Kusum, Professor Ravi, and Professor Sarmila. The vote of thanks won't be complete without acknowledging the entire administrative team headed by Mr. Shetty. Professor Sarita Vichore, our anchor for the evening, has done an excellent job in comparing this entire convocation. Professor Sarita, well done. I appreciate my student volunteers who have worked with us day in, day out. How can I forget my own colleagues, both teaching and non-teaching staff, who have worked closely with me to make Convocation 2016 a great success. Dear colleagues, a big thank to you all. Thank you.
Now I request Shri Ashok Saraf to declare the Convocation 16 closed.
I declare DSIMS Convocation 2016 closed.